Yo, how's it going, guys? I hope you're having a great day today. We hit 80 subs yesterday already, so today I got a console macro tutorial for y'all, and there's no strike pack needed. Alright, so I'm gonna go over and switch to my phone, and let's get this started. Alright guys, so for this tutorial, all you guys are gonna need is just a mouse. So it can be any type of mouse, it can be a cheap mouse, expensive mouse, wired, wireless, doesn't matter. You're gonna hook it up to your Xbox or a console. That's the first thing you're gonna do. Alright, so before we set up the mouse on the ground, I just want to show you all briefly how this works. So I'm in the firing range right here, and I'm not going to touch my controller. The controller's over here. And so I got my mouse right here, and basically what you're going to be doing on the ground is you're going to be using one of your toes to just scroll like this, up and down, and that's just going to activate the macro. Now, one thing I do want to point out that might be annoying to y'all, because this is not a real macro, is that when you do this, it's not always going to stay on the same weapons. Like, look, sometimes it might stay on the same weapon, but then also sometimes it might go to a different weapon, but that's not while macroing. While you're macroing, it'll stay on the same weapon, but once you stop, it could stay on the same weapon, and it also could just switch sometimes, like that. So that might be annoying to y'all, or maybe not, but that's really the only problem that I have with this thing. Now let me show you guys how I set this up to make it as comfortable as I can possibly make it. So what I use is I actually have this weird contraption right here, right? And where this goes, it goes on the ground right here. And I have like this Velcro kind of stuff on the back of my mouse, and it just hooks up to the Velcro over here, just like that, so then the mouse doesn't move. Because if you didn't have this, the mouse would just be moving all over the place, and it would be really, really annoying to use. So I just have that like that, so that my mouse isn't moving all over the place. Then to be more comfortable, I even had a pillow right in front of the mouse so that my foot would rest on this, and then I'd be even with the mouse. So that just makes it even more comfortable. Now I'm gonna hop back in game, and I'm gonna show y'all my settings for the macro, and I'm also gonna show y'all my overall controller settings just for good movement. Alright, so to edit how fast and slow you want the macro, you're gonna want to go into the mouse settings right here, and we're gonna go down to mouse advanced settings. We're gonna go to mouse calibration, and none of this stuff matters. The only thing that matters is mouse wheel delay. So I have mine set on 35, so it's a much faster macro, but if you want it to be slower, you can set it to like maybe 50 or 45, but I would keep it between 30 and 50. That's where I'd recommend it. I like it best at 35, so that's just where I'm gonna keep it for me, but it's based on personal preference. Okay, so another extremely important thing you're gonna wanna do for this to work is you're gonna wanna go into your keybinds, and you're gonna look through all these and make sure you unbind all the keybinds that have to do with your mouse. So like side buttons, the ping button, you know, right click, left click, all that stuff. You wanna make sure it's all unbound. So I already did that, so there's no settings for my mouse. And then you're gonna want to go into the combat advanced keybinds, and the only thing you're going to want to bind on your mouse is scroll wheel up and scroll wheel down as previous weapon. So what it's going to do is it's going to prevent you from hitting other buttons on your mouse, because that would just completely mess up your YY. So that's why I would remove all those, because the only thing you're using your mouse for is the YY. Alright, so the macro settings are done, that's all set up, but now I want to give you guys my controller settings, because even if you got a macro, it doesn't just give you good movement like that. Alright, you gotta have good settings. So I run 4.4 cents, obviously, gotta run 4.4 cents. You can look at all these settings. Now, controlled vibration off, you need that off. That's just gonna mess up your aiming if you have it on. Dead zone inputs, just copy those. All right, now when aiming, we're gonna go to sensitivity multiplier, and you're gonna make sure the ADS sensitivity multiplier is at 0.40. This is gonna help so much with your aiming and how many shots you hit. So make sure this is 0.40. And yeah, that's it guys, that's my console macro tutorial. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like and make sure to sub out guys. We're almost at 100, let's go.